Well, Snowasaurus is really packing a punch here. This is what it looks like on the satellite. You could see it doesn't really look... It's hard to tell where the low center is, but as the storm strengthens, it will become more clearly defined. But it's right off the Delmarva coast here, right off the coast of Delaware and Maryland. This is where your low center is, and it is pushing to the north and east. You see all the clouds and the moisture rotating around it. This is a really powerful storm. It's really exciting to look at on the satellite here. As we look at the radar, just to show you what's going on here. This is on AccuWeather, by the way. Alright, here we go. Hit play. Alright, so your low center is somewhere down towards the Delmarva down here. And here's all your heavy snow on the northwestern end where the cold air is. That's where your heavy snow is. And on the northwestern side, as your low strengthens, this is where you're getting the heavier bands. So even Maryland, Baltimore, and D.C. are still getting pummeled by snow right now. Back towards southeastern Pennsylvania, towards York, extending into central and northern New Jersey, and then towards the lower Hudson Valley, Long Island, New York City. This is where your heavier snow bands are at the current moment. And you can see that there are other areas of darker blue here towards southern New Jersey. Those are some additional heavier bands. And these heavier bands of snow are finally starting to make their way into southern New England as well. And that trend will continue as this moves on to the north and east. Alright, so really quickly, let's take a look at the model. I'm not going to show the 500 millibar vorticity map. We get the idea that the storm is coming farther north. I said I had a feeling this was going to happen. And it looks as though that is going to be the case, which means more snow farther north. Okay, but we are going to look at the surface map. See, you have your 987 millibar low. That is about this time what it looks like. It's 987 millibars, and you see that as this low strengthens, here's all your heavy snow. Southeastern Pennsylvania, back towards Maryland, Baltimore, Washington, D.C., Philly's getting pummeled at this point. And then back towards Long Island, because, again, right on the northwestern part of the low, this is where you get the heaviest precipitation when you have a strengthening area of low pressure. Now, look where it goes. It doesn't go due east. It goes from here to there, south of Cape Cod, due northeast. And now, Long Island, New York City, southern Connecticut, Cape Cod, southern Rhode Island, I think this heavy snow gets far enough to get you. I think it does. And that's why you'll see in a minute that I have raised my snowfall totals quite a bit across this area that I was talking about last night. And again, the low is strengthening as it does so, 986 millibars now. So by Saturday night, snow is still pretty rampant tonight across the mid-Atlantic even. There's still some residual heavier snow bands going back towards the south and west. But your heaviest snow has moved farther north and east to Long Island, New York City, southern Connecticut, Rhode Island, and Cape Cod. So by this evening, that's where the heaviest snow is going to be. Later tonight, it finally starts to move out. You have residual snow by about 1 a.m., but by Sunday morning, this is pretty much gone with some lingering snow across southern New England and Long Island, but it's pretty much gone by tomorrow morning. And I've already made a point of talking about gusty winds, so don't want to make this video longer than it has to be. You already know there's going to be wind gusts near the coast. And even in most of New Jersey, it's going to be a blizzard. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Watch out for that. Here's the new snowfall map. I've already talked about most of this. Most of this snow west of here has already fallen, so I'm not going to talk about that. Washington, D.C., Baltimore, most of Virginia here, I'm keeping you in the 18 to 24. That's not changing. Philadelphia, you're still 18 to 24 inches. That's not changing. I like 2 feet, Washington, D.C., and Baltimore. 2 feet. West of D.C., that's where you start to get towards 30 inches and possibly more. Now, by the way, anywhere in this 18 to 24, I wouldn't be surprised if we get reports of 30 inches, 32 inches, maybe more. So this isn't just 18 to 24. Technically, this red area is 18 to 24 inches. Locally, 30 inches, depending on where the heaviest snow bands develop. And as I said last night, I was worried about this 18 to 24 coming northeast towards New York City, Long Island, Lower Hudson Valley, central northern New Jersey. And guess what? I wasn't confident enough last night, but now I am. All the models support this. That, more than a foot of snow has already fallen in western Long Island and central New Jersey towards New York City. And the models are calling for another 10 to 12 inches. So I'm comfortable bringing this 18 to 24 all the way north and east now. Western Long Island, west of William Floyd Parkway on Long Island, I think that's where the 18-inch cuts off. The 18-inch line will cut off. Nassau County, 18 to 24 inches. New York City, all the 5 boroughs, 18 to 24 inches. Southern portions of the Hudson Valley, I could even see 18 inches as well, because as this storm intensifies, you get heavier snow bands on the northwestern side. It will be picking up. Northern New Jersey, I like the 18 to 24. As you get towards the northwestern tip, that's where it's more like 12 to 18. Most of coastal Connecticut, I like the 12 to 18. Providence, I'm liking 8 to 12 for you. Probably closer to a foot. Southern Rhode Island, I like 12 to 18. Cape Cod, I like 8 to 12, probably closer to the 12. Block Island, over the, off of Cape Cod here, I like 12 to 18 inches for you. Boston, I like 3 to 5. Now, not 1 to 3. I like 2 to 4, 3 to 5 for Boston. Poughkeepsie, I like 12 to 18. All right, that's pretty much it. No, not much of a change, except that I'm moving the 18 to 24 farther north and east, because I do think that the storm will come far enough north to do that, and I do think it will strengthen enough that there is very heavy snow on the northwestern side. Okay, this is my final forecast, my final forecasting video for this storm. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that I got an accurate forecast. I know that a lot of people are wondering why we were raising snow amounts so much farther north. Meanwhile, a day or two ago we were saying 8 to 12, now it's 18 to 24. All of a sudden, this is how weather works. Things change last minute. I had a feeling Thursday night that there was going to be a northward push, but I wasn't confident enough to raise the snowfall totals yet. Then on Friday, I saw the northward push, I raised it, and I still thought there could be more, and I raised it again today. This is how weather works. It's constantly changing. And this is something that you have to understand when it comes to weather. It's not easy to predict. But in all, I think the models did a very, very good job with the storm in indicating it as early as they did, and pinpointing that the Mid-Atlantic was definitely getting creamed no matter what. And personally, I think us meteorologists did a very good job forecasting the storm too. Yes, we kind of, we had the northern side of this underdone at first, but we're picking up on it now, and I think we're going to nail this. Alright, thank you for watching. Stay safe during the storm. It'll be over soon, don't worry, for those of you who don't like the snow. Alright, thank you very much for watching, folks. Have a good weekend.